Hi, I'm Yong. Today, I'm going to talk about an article review on an article which names 10 things you should never do when starting a new job. I chose this article to make a review is because I think that this article is more helpful for my future between three articles provided. First of all, the main idea of the test is the right ways for the readers to start off a new job to avoid them from making any career-ending mistakes in their new job. The intended audience of this article is the people who are getting ready for a new job. The key parts of the test are the 10 things that we should notice when starting a new job, which are being on time matters, acceptable outfit when we are working, don't treat the training process lightly, take initiative and master the basics ourselves, ask for help when we need, but also believe in ourselves and prove that we can do the work by ourselves. Limiting personal phone calls and tests to lunch break except for emergencies. Don't expect more money before work long enough to prove our value to the employer. Take time to understand and learn our job clearly before make any suggestions or changes as situation arise. Don't be afraid to say I don't know when we really don't know how to do the task and need to stop and ask questions when we start a new job. The key parts of the test interrelated with the situation will we meet when starting a new job in the company and what's the feeling of employer. Each of the key parts have been given an explanation why we have to do or why we have not to do it. The key parts of the test relate the thesis statement by telling the readers that what we shouldn't do when starting a new job often generates interest in the argument by using a questions in the end of introduction and using what should never do instead of what we should do to make readers feeling curious and become interested to read the text. Often convince the readers of their notion of argument by using logical explanation with example that we may facing when we start a new job. After provided the mindset of employer to support the thesis statement, the, the evidence provided by author in the test is convincing. The author has anticipated opposing views and countered them. Author mentioned the anticipated opposing views and countered them by using the example that what will employer feel if we do the things that mentioned by author. The author's reasoning is sound because the author states the reason clearly with mindset of employer and the example that might happen. In a nutshell, I can relate the idea of the test to my own experience. I have been a worker in a restaurant and stationery shop. I have done something we shouldn't do that mentioned by author. I always ask questions to my employer when I'm facing problem with customer because I don't have the self-confidence even I have been working for a few months. And also something I didn't do when I'm working, like I didn't play my handphone when I'm working and I'm always reach my working place on time. That makes my employer prize me. My employer mentioned that most of workers these days always bring their phone when working and often late for work. The information in the test to me as a student is important. Then all the points that mentioned by author are the all important value too to become an excellent student. Thank you.